Hello, people of the world, and welcome back to my channel. Now, if you don't know who I am, I'm Emily, also known as Bearclaw, which is my username. And if you're new here, you should definitely subscribe because I'm one of a kind. That's a joke. I don't really know what I'm doing anymore. I'm still tired. As of right now, this is a pre-recorded video, so it's not actually in the moment. I'm recording it a couple days before because I know further on in the line when I upload it, I'm going to be so dead tired from all the exams. So I want to do it before the storm so that then you still have a video that's uploaded. See, I'm so kind. That's also a joke in case you're wondering. But anyways, please excuse my weirdness today. I can't really say excuse my weirdness today because it happens every day, but I am getting so sidetracked. So as for this video, as you know, in my last video that I just uploaded, or uploaded a few days ago if you're watching this when I upload it, which you will be, I developed a new style that I really liked, and so I wanted to develop it more. And like I said in that video, I was planning on making another video where I do the full body of a character because I haven't worked out how I wanted to do that because I've only done portraits of the style that I like. So another thing I forgot to mention in the other video is I don't know if this is somebody else's style. It's just something I came up with. I got inspiration from other artists and then I just modified it. No, I didn't modify it. I just like, oh, that's a cool idea. And then I'd be like, oh, that's neat. And then from that, I got inspiration to make my own sort of style. But I'm not copying artists, in case you're wondering. That's not what I'm doing. I'm getting inspiration from them, which is something completely different and is completely fine. You get inspiration from everything. So it's like if you were to paint clouds and say I got inspiration from clouds. See, it's completely fine. But anyways, I'm gonna stop rambling about that. So back onto the picture. Basically where I got the concept of this girl was I was finishing my history exam and I finished a couple minutes early, so I decided to doodle because when do I not doodle? And so anyways, I doodled this one sketch of this girl with winged eyeliner and braids, and so I really liked the way she turned out, so I decided to draw her. And this time I drew the entire body of her and ended up extremely liking it. I didn't record me sketching because I feel like that adds a lot of time to me coloring, and since I was doing a full body, I didn't want to add in the sketching and the coloring, so I just skipped the sketching part and we're going straight into the coloring. Plus I find that that's the most interesting out of the two anyways. So as you can see right now, I am blocking in the different colors, and I wanted to keep a very pastel look with her. I really wanted to draw in pastel because I like pastel and it's pretty. So that's what I'm doing here. Another thing I wanted to add is about my upcoming videos, as I mentioned in my other video, so please go watch that if you haven't already. But back to the drawing, another thing that I was trying to do was the midsection of her shirt was supposed to be clear. So the first part was supposed to be opaque, and then the second part was supposed to be see-through. So I achieved that in the beginning, but then I inked the picture and then it didn't look transparent anymore, which I was like, oh great, okay. But I mean, it was okay, so I ended up liking it looking more opaque anyways. So, but I should really work on doing transparent bits because I'm not very good at transparency, so I'll work on that in the future, in future videos. But in the beginning, as you can see, I colored her hair lavender, and at first I wasn't thinking of doing lavender. It just came to me as I was drawing. I was like, I think I'll do an interesting hair color. So that's basically where I got that from, and I was like, I'll do lavender. So basically that's what I got. And here you can see me coloring the shorts. Again, I didn't want to do like most jeans are like very dark blue, and I didn't want that, so I was like, okay, I'll do them light. And I really screwed up on the shading of the shorts. I didn't like how I shaded it, and I was like, oh crap, that's way too dark. And so then I had to sort of blend it out with the other ones, but you know, you gotta do what you gotta do to save your artwork when you screw it up, like I do all the time. So basically, as we're moving on, what I like to do for coloring with Copic markers, I like to add a base of the color that I want it to be, and then I add a darker color on top, and then I go back over it with the same initial color tone of the shirt and blend it out so it's nice and smooth, but it still has a little bit of harsh lines. You can see the shading, but it's not like harsh. So anyways, now I'm going back into the hair to color in the deeper parts of it, as you can see. And make sure whenever you color with Copic markers that you are using a sheet underneath it so you don't bleed onto the other page. I learned that the hard way with these papers. So anyways, basically for the blush, I put on a color and it ended up being too light, so then I had to go back over it with a darker blush color, and I ended up just using my go-to blush color, which was the color R20, which is called blush. Ironically, it's called blush. But anyways, that's what I use. Either that, or if I want like a really heavy sort of look, I'll go in with R22, which is light prawn. Light prawn is actually probably my favorite color. It's got to be my favorite Copic marker color. I just love the color. But anyways, you can see the shading on the shirt, the darker color pink is light prawn. So one of my favorite colors ever. So I like that. So now I'm going in and coloring the socks, and I just wanted it to have a green top band, and then the bottom is just white, so just shaded that in with a little bit of gray. And then yeah, now I'm moving on to the inking, which is probably my favorite part because then it just makes everything begins to come together a little bit more and it looks cool and everything. Eyeliner for me is always the hardest, so I did this part off camera because I didn't want to screw it up and cause it to like go all wonky. Funny thing is, I don't know how to do winged eyeliner. I don't know how to do eyeliner in general in real life. I just like drawing eyeliner on my characters, but I am horrible with winged eyeliner, so can't do that. But basically, yep, still off camera. Wow, how long does it take to draw one wing? Also, another thing that I'm doing off camera a little bit is I'm also creating some eyelashes, and one trick that I like to use when doing the eyelashes is I take it and I start heavy at the base and then I flicker off into a light motion, so then you get sort of like a triangle instead of just one line where it fades into a thinner line at the tip, which is how naturally eyelashes are. So that's what I did there, and now I'm just adding little bits of line, what am I trying to do? Outlining a little bit of it. Another thing with my style is I don't outline the entire person. It gives it a more natural look, but still cartoony. So that's part of the new style. I don't outline everything, I just outline little bits of it. And really, if you're wanting to know, it's completely random. I have like nothing. It's nothing special. It's just, oh, here, I think a line could go here. Oh, I think a line could go here. So really it could go either way. It could go really good and look really cool, or what the crap, why is this random line here? Which basically says sometimes how it goes. But basically, that's what I'm doing here. Again, still outlining it, and I'm using my Copic multi-liner in 0.1 because I like thinner lines. I think it looks more natural. It's funny how I'm saying more natural when it's completely cartoony to begin with, so I don't really know, but basically just doing that. And then I'm adding a little depth onto the transparent part, and that's when it started to look more opaque. And I was like, oh, well, okay. I know now in the future what not to do, but basically outlining the socks and then adding some white highlights with my Sakura white Jelly Roll pen, which actually I do like this product. Sometimes I like it, sometimes I don't. Sometimes it gives me a real pain because then it goes clear, and sometimes it's awesome because it's like extremely opaque. I should probably look into seeing if I can find a new Jelly Roll pencil that works maybe a little bit better, but anyways, this is what I got so far, and we're nearing towards the end of the video, so please remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!